Hey there, Red Hawk Nation. Today is Tuesday, September 21st, and I'm Kate Graham with today's Daily Update brought to you by Wingspan TV. Now that nearly half the students on campus have school-issued Chromebooks, it's inevitable that they're going to have problems at some point. Here's WTV's Varun Saravan with details on how students can get their Chromebook fixed.
With many classes incorporating virtual components into their curriculums, some students need access to technology. Last year, the Frisco ISD One for All initiative gave all freshmen school-funded Chromebooks. This year, upperclassmen were allowed to take district-provided Chromebooks as their own for the remainder of the school year. Because problems with students' devices can affect performance in class, the school has a Chromebook repair system in place. While their own device is being repaired, students can receive a temporary replacement. To submit a repair, students must fill out the QR code shown on screen. Reporting for WTV, I'm Varun Saravanan.
While some students need help fixing their Chromebooks, this week another broken item will be on the forefront of their minds. WTV's Cooper Regal has the details.
With homecoming week in full gear, students will be wearing their mums and garters to school Thursday. With the pieces being worn all day, there's a possibility of the items being jostled or broken. In attempts to combat this problem, the students of Floral Design will be holding a mum hospital to fix injured garters and mums.
I think the mum hospital is a really good idea. I feel like mums have lots of parts and pieces, so it's going to be really cool that in case something falls off, that it can be put back together. A lot of people are going to have them, so I think a lot of people will benefit.
Repairs will be available in all periods except 3rd and E101. Reporting for WTV, I'm Cooper Regal.
Several years ago, Frisco ISD entered into a partnership with NFHS, and through that partnership, the athletic department and its fans have benefited. WTV's Raekwon Johnson has the story.
Many people may not notice the new cameras in the gym, but people watching at home wouldn't be able to watch the live stream without them.
The new cameras are called Pixelots. So we have them at the turf field as well as in the gym. And I don't necessarily know the technology behind them, but I guess some form of AI that it comes on automatically and it follows the track of the ball, and so nobody actually operates it. It's just does it all on its own.
The cameras have been a key component in the district's live streaming success on NFHS, according to Frisco ISD production manager.
Yeah, so the feedback's been really good. We actually were in the top 5 in the nation for number of streams and number of views last year. So our community is really kind of buying in and taking advantage of what we're doing there. And there's not very many places in the state or the nation where you can watch a C-team volleyball game at a middle school level right there on your phone. That coverage normally gets lapsed, and so we've been able to put a ton of content out and really showcase all of our student athletes and everything that we have through that NFHS network platform.
Beyond allowing family, friends, and fans anywhere in the world to watch campus games, the new cameras open up a lot of new opportunities for the coaches.
Well, we haven't utilized this aspect of it, but you can set it up to use for practices and things like that. Now we prefer, end zone views and things like that, but ultimately I think that what it does is it does allow us to stream the games, and so maintain the interest of, especially during this COVID time, allow people that can't come to the games can still see the games.
The goal is to get all of these cameras on every field.
I think ultimately the goal would be baseball and softball, and I don't know what the long-range plans are, but we utilized standalone cameras in the other gym as well as baseball, softball last year, and so I think the goal, no matter what version of camera we use, is to stream all the games.
Reported from WTV, this is Raekwon Johnson.
On today's sports, WTV's TJ Kurlowitz brings you an overview of sports.
The 3-0 Redhawks played the 3-0 Memorial Warriors at Toyota Stadium on Friday night. The game went back and forth, but it was the Redhawks who got the last laugh after outscoring the Warriors 14-0 in the fourth, the win 56-38 behind QB Keldrick Luster's 6 touchdowns, including 5 rushing.
Having 5 touchdowns coming out of the first half, my coaches really calmed me down, calmed the team down actually, because everybody was all over the place. So I feel like once we got a rhythm, we really couldn't be stopped at that point.
The Redhawks are now 4-0 and are currently tied with Lovejoy and Frisco for first place in District 7-5A. The Redhawks will attempt to keep their winning streak going Thursday against Lake Dallas in this year's homecoming game.
The potential we have, the players we have, and just the momentum we have right now, being 4-0, going into HOCO week, it's just a really great vibe around the program. So they really know like, even though it was our motto last year, it's time. So, like, it's time to really step it up because we could really do great things this year.
Kickoff will be at 7 at the Star. Volleyball was able to get a much-needed W on Friday when they swept Lebanon Trail 3-0.
I mean, like, going into the season, like, we all had really high expectations for this year, but unfortunately we had like a couple injuries, which like was like really bad for this season. But like, I still think going into the second part of district is like, we're gonna take Lebanon and we're just gonna like keep going off, like have that momentum. So it's gonna be good.
The Redhawks are now 3-4 and will continue its District 9-5A campaign with a matchup against Centennial today. The game is at 6:45 at Centennial. Tennis played the #1 team in the state, Independence, on Friday. The Redhawks kept it competitive, but eventually fell 13-6 to bring their record to 5-2 this year. Their next matchup will be today at 4 when they battle Wakeland. The game will take place at Wakeland. Lastly, cross country took part in the Frisco ISD Invitational Saturday. For the boys, the team scored 121 points, which placed them 3rd out of the 24 participating schools. For the girls, they placed 8th out of 16 schools participating with a score of 230 points. The cross-country team will keep their season going this Friday at the Little D Invitational. The run will be at 8 a.m. at North Lakes Park. Reporting for WTV Sports, this is TJ Kurlowitz.
If you're looking for more from Wingspan, you can follow us at Liberty Wingspan on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, or visit our award-winning website, libertywingspan.com. And now for today's announcements. CareWiki is holding a drive to collect items for people affected in Hurricane Ida. This will run until the 29th, and there's a donation box in the rotunda. Business Professionals of America is having their first meeting today during advisory in the lecture hall. The remind code is LHSBPA22. Philosophy Club is having a meeting during advisory this Thursday in Mr. Doty's room C145. You can sign up for the remind by texting at PhilLHS21 to 81010. That's it for today's daily update. This is Kate Graham for Wingspan TV.